He is here. Let's all please give him a standing ovation as we welcome to the microphone the one and only Professor Maurice Doctor. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. What an afternoon. I've heard a burning cry from our shining singer. And I think something has to be done. She was mourning our mothers, our sisters, our wives, our brothers. She was mourning our parents, died in the northwest and southwest, died in the far north, and those who are killed in hospitals, and we didn't have any explanation on what happened. But I think when I look at you, I can see that my people has rised. And that is moving towards its glory. The time has come. Our time has come. And no one will stop. No one will stop. We started this journey to see Cameroonians, all Cameroonians, irrespective of their regions of origin, irrespective of their religions, of their beliefs. And I say this because I would like to clarify an issue at the very beginning of my speech. I clearly said in Toronto yesterday, expressed my willingness to meet with some of my compatriots English speaking. They were presented to me, not physically, but their message was conveyed to me as from the Amazonians. I have no problem to use this word, although everybody knows my opinion about separatism. But they are my brothers and sisters, they are my compatriots. I was ready to meet with them. I only said that I would not like to meet them with the flag of Ambazonia. I would not like to meet them with caps and other attire, other indication of Ambazonia. Because my commitment is to the whole Cameroon. I want to maintain, to keep all parts of Cameroon together. Don't get me wrong. I will fight for them. But I would like to have them on board. They are Cameroonians, they are not begging to any position in Cameroon. They deserve to have any position they would like to have. So, yes, I get you properly, but what I would like to say is that we have to rebuild our country. It is our country. And it is not because we have a poor leadership. We can have a profound disagreement with the current governance in Cameroon. But we shall not throw out the baby with the water. I'm here today, first of all, to express to you, to extend to you my heartfelt congratulations and gratitude for what you have been able to achieve, not only during the electoral campaign for the 2018 presidential election, but during our detention. It is thanks to you, to your work, thanks to Cameroonians mobilized throughout the country and throughout continents, that we are free today, that I can stand before you. And for that, we owe you for this. But as I'm speaking to you, I don't feel free at all. Because we still have many of our compatriots detained in prisons in Cameroon for their political opinions, including the first vice president of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement, Mamadou Yakuba Mota. It is an authentic hero of freedom and democracy in Cameroon. He was brutalized, severely tortured. I would like to also acknowledge here my fellow compatriots who were involved in the civil war ongoing in the Northwest and Southwest. I'm talking of Ayub Tabe Sisiku and his colleagues. I used to say that we can disagree, but we shall never use justice to try to resolve political issues. We have a very clear proposal to resolve the war, or to stop the war and resolve the so-called Anglophone crisis. The first point is to release all the political prisoners, all the political prisoners, all those who are detained because they were involved in that crisis. Release all of them, including Ayub Tabe Sisiku, who is sentenced to life. He himself and his colleagues. Give them a chance to go back to see their families, to recover, to discuss among themselves, to put their minds together to adopt probably their own position for the coming dialogue. Because we have to dialogue. Give them a chance to go to their villages, what remains from their villages or of their villages. Release all the political prisoners. Second point, negotiate a ceasefire with the armed groups. Not for the Cameroonian army to lay down its arms or to drop its arms, but for the armed groups to drop their arms in a secure environment. And for that, we need to withdraw from the Northwest and Southwest, the military. Leave policemen and gendarmes assure the security there. The third point is to set up an emergency plan, not just to bring food to people there, but to rebuild homes. Because when you ask people to go back homes, to pull out from the forest and go back homes, where do they go? 400 or more villages have been burned down to ashes. Where would they go? And the fourth point is convey an inclusive dialogue, meaning that a dialogue which involves all the stakeholders, including the representative of the armed groups, those from the diaspora. Because if you pick and choose your own, the people with whom you would like to dialogue, then you probably will achieve a solution, but that will not be respected by everyone, by all the stakeholders. That's why we insist on the fact that all the stakeholders should be around the table. To do what? To discuss basically the form of the state. We need to reform Cameroon deeply. It is quite clear, it is obvious today that the centralized state is not an answer to the ongoing crisis, multifaceted crisis in Cameroon. That's why we need to reform the state. And my own stand is very clear. It's federalism. It's federalism. Sometimes some people did not get me properly. Sometimes, I just said, okay, probably we can have more than 2 state federalism. But it is just a suggestion. Because basically, the number of the states will be decided during the dialogue. It is for the dialogue to decide at the end of the day the content of the power we should transfer to the component of the federal state. So that's why a genuine dialogue is priceless to settle the matter. And I'm hopeful that by saying so, I will put an end to some misunderstanding going on our own position. I hope I was clear enough for everybody to listen to understand that I am in favor of federalism, and the number of the state will be decided by the dialogue, inclusive dialogue.